Every Sunday, meditation classes with a specific topic, it happens here in this space. Because every time we give all that attention to that particular knowledge, it could be regarding a master, wisdom of a master we learned, or it could be a concept which needs more clarity. Sometimes we are confused. Particularly about spiritual concepts, we are so confused because each teacher, each guru says very differently. So we are confused sometimes. The idea of having these meditation sessions here is to gain more clarity in this path of spiritual growth. So we are all aiming at progressing spiritually. Why? Because it's the root. Spirituality is the root, is the foundation for everything else. It is the root for your all the fruits that you receive in terms of health, harmonious relationships, or prosperity or abundance, or it could be mental peace, many things. The roots must be strong. So I really appreciate all of you taking out your time on every Sunday and joining here. And it's really, I really applaud all of you, all the efforts, because everyone wants to sleep for more time on Sundays. Because all the rest of the days we go for work. We are working and working hard in the 6 days, but this day, Sunday, is meant for actually meditation. Sleep also brings relaxation, but meditation brings great relaxation. Relaxation with wisdom, relaxation with a deeper experience of yourself. Sleep only brings some kind of, temporary relaxation. But meditation, not only it gives great relaxation, great energy, great wisdom you gain from your own inner experience, and great clarity about your life. So friends, some of you are newcomers. I welcome all of you newcomers and all the old friends here. And today I chosen a topic. It is a very interesting topic. It's called the 5 remarkable teachers. Because we all need teachers to progress in life. We need remarkable teachers. Core teachers. Here I am not differentiating between a teacher, master, bodhisattva, arihanta, or different terminology that we use in spiritual literature. I am just using this word teacher, in a broader context. So we all need teachers. But a teacher who is very aware, self-aware, and who has really self-realized is really a wonderful teacher. Otherwise, there are many parrot teachers. Parrot teachers are teachers who pass on only the information. They read a book. They just say whatever they have studied in the book. That's called parrot teaching. Teaching like a parrot. I tell you a story that I heard. This is a story of a teacher who is very thoroughly read Ramayana completely. He is so scholarly, very well read. Like he can chant everything. Valmiki, Ramayana, every sloka he can recite, Even unconsciously he can, unawarely he can recite. Even with his eyes closed, dozing off, he can recite. All the slokas in Ramayana. Entire story of Ramayana he can describe. So in the classroom, he was narrating about Ramayana. And he is half asleep and half awake, the teacher. He is like parrot teaching about Ramayana to the students in the classroom. And all the students also dozing. They are into yoga nidra. No one is paying attention to whatever the teacher is saying, because as is the teacher, so is the student. As is the leader, so are the people. So what happened is that morning there is a inspector, school inspector, who came for a surprise inspection of the school. He directly entered into the classroom and he saw that the teacher is teaching about Ramayana. So he asked, he addressed to all the students, he asked the students, who have broken the bow of Shiva? He asked the students, come on, I will see who will answer. Because your teacher is teaching about Ramayana, I will ask you a question. All the students became super alert now. The inspector is, the school inspector is asking the question about who broken the Shiva's bow. And one fellow got up and he said, sorry sir, it's not me. I have not broken. In the past I have done many mischiefs. Many things I have broken in this. I have broken the furniture. Many things I have done. Last 15 days I am not coming to the school. Today only I came to school. I have not broken the Shiva's bow. School inspector got really blanked. He blanked in his mind. And the teacher, he became alert. And he said, oh, you fellow, don't lie. I know that you are the most naughtiest one in the classroom. Because teacher is a parrot. He is teaching Ramayana like a parrot. And he also is out of context. He is telling that you are the naughtiest fellow. Tell the truth. Tell the truth. And that fellow started crying. And everyone is very much, afraid. Who has broken the Shiva's bow? They thought that Shiva means a student who is amongst them. And what happened is, the inspector straight away went to the headmaster's office. He sat with the headmaster. He narrated the whole thing, what happened in the classroom. And now headmaster said, why sir, why, no problem, don't, all the students become agitated, if we question them. I have seen in the past also. Let us leave this matter here. They will do some agitation and strike. All the students are very mischievous here. It's okay, this time we'll forgive those students for breaking the Shiva's bow. And he got more stunned. Now he thought, I will go to the chairman who started this school. And so he went to the chairman. And chairman is again super intelligent. He said, don't worry sir, whatever the teacher and headmaster said, it's really correct. The situation is so bad in our school. We'll get the bow repaired. Don't worry. So, any kind of teaching, a teacher like a parrot, without having a direct experience or self-experience, it's just passing information. Information, it's readily available everywhere. We need a teacher with consciousness, a teacher who has an experience, who is not just like saying meditate, everyone meditate, but he is not practicing meditation. He only read the books about meditation and he is teaching about meditation. and he is teaching about enlightenment without experiencing what is enlightenment, then that kind of teachings will fail. Today we will come to know about the 5 remarkable teachers. I keep it till the end like a surprise for you. You might be wondering, who are these really great teachers in life? You might be already having these inner images about Buddha, Krishna, or Christ, or Prophet, or many other teachers, Socrates, and all of them. But I'll keep it as a surprise to you till the end. And friends, I'm blessed with many teachers in my life. Many teachers came into my life. My first teacher is Richard Bach, who came to me through the book. In the form of a book he came. Richard Bach's book, Jonathan Livingston Seagull, which really inspired me, which opened my curiosity to know what is unknown. My second teacher is Dr. Lakshmi, my wife, who really is such a Zen master, such a straightforward master. She chops any kind of stupidities. And I was idiotic and very stupid. And she chopped my ego. She chopped my arrogance. I thought I was very great and noble and holier than thou and so many things. But she's such a compassionate master. So she walked into my life. And the next teacher who came into my life, Brahmashri Pitamaha Patriji, who introduced me to Anapanasati meditation. He told, your breath is your guru. Practice meditation. You will find all your answers. And that just one single word has inspired me so much. Initially, so much of resistance to empty the mind, because we get so scared of emptiness. We don't want to be empty in the mind. We want to fill our mind with all the thoughts. We have to always contemplate on something, Something has to go on in the mind. About the past or the future or some stories. We have to think about some stories. Some movies will be going on inside the head. Without that, we feel utterly empty. It is so scary. I was feeling so scared to be empty. As a child, I used to fill the emptiness with the food. Whenever I feel the emptiness, nothingness, immediately I have to eat something. I have to drink water. I have to be busy. I have to run around and walk around and gossip around, all that. I was filling this emptiness with so many outside things. So friends, when breath meditation came to me, first time I have experienced what is called as emptiness, the empty mind. And that emptiness taught me so many things later on. I found all the clarity, all the answers for many questions that I had in my mind. So I'm not talking about the physical human teachers. The 5 remarkable teachers are not human teachers. They are non-human teachers. Till the end, keep your curiosity super alert and awake. Just have that curiosity to know what are these 5 remarkable teachers till the end. So I'm not talking about those teachers who comes in the form of human body, human form, but I'm talking about something else here. So friends, all of us, we lived in our lives with so many struggles. And there is a myth that we all carry, that nothing is okay. It's not okay. It's not okay. I am not okay. Whatever that we experience, not okay. I must be better in my body, better in my communication, better in my health, better in my wealth, better in my everything. We always feel that I am not enough. That's the very basic. I am not okay. I am not okay. Because there is a mind that we all have. This mind interprets everything that way. Everything in life comes in dualities, day and night, good and bad, right and wrong, left and right, and all things in duality, in pairs. And we interpret everything, all the challenges that we get, as some kind of, we make them into problems. Our mind creates stories. A story, a biggest story that we tell to ourselves is that everything is not okay. Everything is not okay, not okay. But if we have read the Upanishads and Vedas and we keep knowing that everything is okay as they are, everything is perfect in the creation. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. It means that we have come from the Purnam, from the fullness, from the wholeness, and you remain whole and complete. Something may be taken off from you, you may give something from you, but you will not diminish your Purnam, your fullness, your wholeness within you. You remain whole and complete. Even though something you add to yourself, something you remove from yourself, still you are whole and complete. You are okay, and everyone is okay. Life is okay. That okayness will not be feeling because the mind makes it so complex. So friends, there is a kind of struggles we create in our life. We interpret everything as a struggle. Even we enter into this life from the womb space thinking that life is a big struggle. And there is a script that you are writing right when you are a newborn baby, that life is a big struggle, it's not safe, people are out to get me, and I am not going to be loved by people, they are going to harm me, they are going to betray me, they will victimize me, life is a big struggle. This is the script that we all carried, but the truth is totally different. But the truth, intellectually understanding the truth, we may recite Purnamada, Purnamidam 1,000 times, 10,000 times, million times, but it won't make any difference unless you experience that Purnam state, that wholeness within you, that okayness within you. Because it is not the intellectual knowledge that liberates you. It is not the information that you get that can make you realize who you truly are, but an experience of it. First time when you are a child, you are living in that paradise, right? Every one of you, each one of you, me, you, and everyone. As a child, we had those moments, though we might have forgotten. Those moments you have experienced a kind of beautiful paradise where everything is okay. You got hurt, you've fallen down, you're crying, but still it is okay. The very next few moments later, you will jump and you will run and you will play again. You are in your life. Everything you embrace as it is. Because you don't carry the mind stuff there. Only when you reach to adolescent stage, the mind starts actually creating many stories. There is a storyteller that you have in the mind, which tells many things. Oh, this is bad, that is good. So when, as a child, when you looked at the bird first time, a bird flying in the sky, you have seen and experienced the bird. It's not the information, it's the direct experience of the bird. There is nothing that is told to you about the bird. but you are participating in that moment, watching the bird flapping its wings and stretching its body and experiencing the deep freedom. In that moment, you are so much inspired. Why? Because it's a direct experience of the bird. It's not the thinking about the bird. But when you reach the adult stage, when somebody says, let us look at the sky, and your mind says already, the sky is blue, somewhere some clouds will be there, and the birds will be going there. Birds always have wings, and all that intellectual knowledge and information that comes, you don't experience now the bird. We miss the experience. We live in the mental stories, the mind stories. So friends, I call this as the paradise. If you have come into this place, into this building, you might have noticed the name of the building is called Paradise. This Life Foundation building is called Paradise. Why we named it as Paradise is, actually this is a paradise. You come to a paradise to realize that you are never moved away from the paradise. You are already in the paradise. We have forgotten. We thought that I am in a hell. We thought that I am in so many difficulties and problems. Life has so many challenges. I can't take it. All that. But you have come to the paradise to realize that in spite of everything, whatever story is going on in your life, you are in the paradise. You never moved away from it. Only thing is we need to wake up. Waking up to that experience of what is. In this very moment, are you experiencing the paradise? Yes, everyone. Because is the earth is quaking? Is there an earthquake? Are you falling down into the earth? Is this building collapsing right now? Are you not feeling safe right now seated here? You are feeling utterly safe. You are completely feeling okay this very moment. And every moment is that way. Every moment it is safe. Every moment has the quality of peace. Only when we bring past and future into this moment, all that gudabad, all that stories happen. All that chaos happens because you bring the past and the future. We lived in this paradise. It's not new experience to us. We directly experience what is called as the experience of paradise. Buddha was asked by a disciple, Buddha, you are an awakened one, an enlightened one. I have a question. Please answer this question. Where do the enlightened being goes after death? I know that there is life after death, but an enlightened and awakened being, where he will go? Whether he goes to a kind of supreme plane, heaven, or what kind of astral worlds he will go? Heaven or hell? Buddha said, an awakened one will not go anywhere because he is already in heaven. Wherever an awakened one goes, it becomes the heaven. An enlightened being may be thrown into the hell. He will transform the hell into heaven. And we know many freedom fighters. We know Aurobindo, Master Aurobindo. He was imprisoned and he did not consider it as like a victimhood. He did not feel that it is like any kind of pain or suffering. He was reading Bhagavad Gita. He was meditating inside the prison. He converted that whole experience into heaven. He experienced heaven right inside the prison. Lord Krishna is not born like us. He was born in a prison with so many difficulties. We talk about birth trauma, this trauma, that trauma. From day one, even before his conception also, there is a big trauma, conception trauma also for Lord Krishna. After he is born, every day is a big challenge for him. But he transformed everything into heaven. Wherever Krishna walked, it's only heaven. People used to experience like a paradise. Wherever Buddha walks, it's only paradise. Wherever awakened one walks, it's a paradise. Wherever whoever realizes this paradise within us, wherever they go, they transform that place, that situation into a paradise, a heaven. So friends, in our life, we all have this experience of okayness. At the core, at the heart of our life is this okayness. It's not okay is a myth. It's not okay. Not okay. Our perceptions are shaped in such a way that we always see what is wrong, what is not okay, what is bad, what is worse. All that we interpret because the software that we developed in our mind. So friends, there are many clouds that we have in our mind. Think that you are in a beautiful paradise. Think that you are in a beautiful mountainous place, a meadow, where you are standing there amidst so many green trees. There is a beautiful stream of water body which is going there and is creating a beautiful sound, the sound of the water. And there are many birds chirping, dancing, and sun is just rising in that moment. You can feel the paradise in that moment. But there are clouds which are coming. The clouds are now coming over your head. Clouds are coming inside your head, into your mind. What happens is you feel even the most beautiful place on this planet Earth as suffering, a place of suffering. So really the heaven or paradise is not in the outside. We may be in the most beautiful place, but still you may feel very bad and worse, and a lot of suffering can happen because it's nothing to do with outer things. Something that you wake up and recognize the okayness within you. That is what we are all aiming at. There are 5 important essential qualities when you feel this paradise within you, when you really come to that okayness within you, when you recognize that you are whole and complete. There are 5 essential qualities. Number 1 is flow. There is a flow. Like a flow of river. A river flows till it reaches the ocean. There is no fear for the river, but a kind of fear may enter to the river just before it enters the ocean. And the fear is, oh, now I am going to lose my identity. That great fear comes to us. But the river, when it completely embraces that fear, understands that fear, it knows from the inner knowing that I now become the ocean. It's not losing identity. It's actually becoming the ocean. Promoted. It's a promotion. So the river flows, life flows, the air, the wind flows always. And in you the blood is flowing, right? Blood is circulating. Whenever the blood is not flowing, there is the kind of problem that comes to us. Everything flows. Okayness is a flow. It flows through even death also. Don't think death is bad. Think that on this planet Earth nobody is dying. Oh, we only see all people 10,000, 20,000 years fully highly populated. Its overpopulation brings more problems. Then so much problem we can't even stand on this planet Earth. Every place will be occupied with people if there is no death. Death is something very beautiful. Physical immortality is really absolutely wrong concept. We are not aiming at being physically immortal. We are aiming at realizing that our soul is immortal. Our soul is eternal and immortal. We don't need to live for 10,000, 20,000, million years in the same body. Because it's going to same idli sambar every day morning for the next 1 million years. Think about that. Physical immortality is like a hell experience. It's good that we have a brief pauses. We go to higher abode, higher astral planes and come back again. We need vacation, right? We are doing so much hard work here in 100 years. And we need a vacation. So friends, a flow is really a very essential quality of this okayness, wholeness and completeness, or paradise or awakened state, whatever we may call it as. And second is spaciousness. When you enter into that place within you, the paradise within you, the kingdom of God within you, there is spaciousness. You know, our closest star from the Earth planet, it is 24.8 trillion miles distance, closest star. And we can multiply by billions of times. There are many stars beyond that, multiplied billion times. 24.8 trillions into billion times. There are so many stars. Our body is composed of 100 trillion cells. One cell is composed of 100 trillion atoms. And if you go inside the atom, there is a big universe, vast universe. There are many subatomic particles moving like planets inside, around the nucleus. There's so much activities going on. There's vast space inside and outside. And when you enter into this paradise inside you, the okayness, you will recognize this vast spaciousness. This is something very beautiful experience. Every meditator experiences this space inside them, vast spaciousness. And the third essential quality is the light. We are all made of the light. This is not just only a theory, a hypothesis which is given by one scientist, but it is truth. It's an eternal truth. Whoever meditates, they can recognize, they can notice the light within. And the grandfather of quantum physics, David Bohm, he said, the matter is nothing but crystallized light. Matter is the crystallized light. It's all light, even the matter, there is light inside. Even within us, there is such brilliant light, which is now validated by scientists that we are all glowing lights. If someone can see the auras, they see only the halos, colors around people, lights around, light balls around people. Everything is full of light only. And each one of us has this light inside us. It's flowing inside our bodies. In every cell of the body there is light. Right, friends? There is light inside. There's Master Plato. He said, we can forgive a child for the fear of darkness. He has a fear of darkness. Every child has fear of darkness. We can forgive easily. But it's very hard to forgive an adult having the fear of light. Adults have fear of light. Children have fear of darkness. Every adult has a fear of their own inner light. They don't want to shine. They don't want to succeed. They don't want to actualize themselves into reality. They don't want to know who they are, because it's the most challenging, most courageous act. We fear most our own inner light. We are all made of light. We are light beings. This is also another essential quality of every person who realized their okayness. So right now, we'll all do this way. Just shake your hands as much as possible. And while shaking, even your spinal cord also can shake. Do little dance. Let's do for 2 minutes, Your hand wants to move, it can move also. Another 1 minute. Not to stop. Do it very actively, because it's an experiment that we are doing. All directions, you can do all that, hands above, hands by the side, hands down, and 30 seconds more. You're doing it very good. So we came to know about 3 essential qualities of this paradise within us. Once you touch to that place within you, the paradise within you, you have the flow. You are in a flow. Whenever you stagnate, you cling, you resist, we're going to really feel a kind of suffering. It's not okayness. We experience a great suffering. Whenever we are not in the spaciousness, we feel very narrow and limited. Many of us in our life, we feel very restricted. Whether it is in relationships, whether it is in health conditions, whether it is in your mind. Many people, they feel very limited by thinking, limited in many different ways in their life. But this spaciousness is the truth, that we are vast, spacious beings, unlimited, unbounded beings. And the third quality is light beings. We are all light, made of light. And the fourth quality is love. Everything is actually made of love. Everything is actually love. I'm not talking about different types of love, like conditional love, spouse love, brother's love, sister's love, friend's love. But I'm talking about that unconditional love. Love without any condition. Hardly we find it on this planet Earth, where whenever we think about some masters like Christ or Buddha or some Krishna being, more great beings, we think we understand about this unconditional love. But we hardly see it in this planet Earth, in the demonstrable plane. Nothing is demonstrated here, because everything becomes so conditional, But the truth is, we are all unconditionally loving beings. Everything is filled with love. When we are touching to the deeper place within us, there is only love. There is only pure love. So, even any terrorist, any Rakshasa, if they go inside all that, they cross all the layers, clouds of thoughts and everything, they cross their ego barriers and they reach to those most soft inner portion of their own consciousness. There is only pure love. Even Rakshas, There is only pure love. Only outside stories created by the mind, it makes them so hard. They become very conditional, their behaviors are rude, and they struggle, they victimize others, all that happens. But inside, intrinsic part of everyone is love. It's such a great experience. Without experience, we don't really, it's only theory. We experience it when we are meditating, what is called unconditional love. When we are touching to the deeper place inside us, where we feel that unconditional love. Meditation itself is a very great, compassionate, loving act. If you don't love yourself, you will not be able to meditate. Because you don't want to be happy in life. When you don't love, you don't want to be happy. Loving yourself and loving others, where you also finally becomes the embodiment, epitome of love, it is because it begins with you. The first step is experiencing the love that is there in you towards yourself. If you love yourself, you will forgive your past. If you love yourself, you will take decisions which makes you very happy in your life. If you love yourself, you will not sabotage your efforts, sabotage yourself. You just, the fragrance of your love, it flows. Nobody can stop their own fragrance. It's the soul's fragrance. So friends, and finally the stillness, the fifth essential quality of this paradise inside us, the okayness, the wholeness or completeness is stillness. The stillness is birthing everything, giving birth to everything. From that great stillness, everything is coming out. You came out from the stillness only. From that empty space of the womb, there is nothing there. There is only just stillness. There is silence. It is said that stillness is called God's first language. God's first language is, primary first language is stillness. And all the rest of the languages are later on are distortions. All that is secondary only. But the primary language is stillness. That's why it is such a great experience, because it surpasses, bypasses all the language, all the barriers that we experience in the communication. A person who has found the inner stillness can communicate in a better way.
Stillness is silence?
Stillness is silence. Inner great experience of inner silence, where your mind is, all that incessant flow of thoughts are still, quietened. You have experienced that complete great silence within you. Chitta Vritti Nirodha state. So, most of the times we don't want to experience this stillness because there is a great fear that comes to us. Only in the stillness we can be in our center, we can be composed, we can find our own center. Otherwise we are always moving this and that and here and there and not centered. Stillness is the center, and all the movement that is happening in life is in the periphery, in the circumference. We are moving around, we are dancing, but around this center of stillness. Stillness, another name for the stillness is called God. Stillness is God. Silence is God. So friends, think about how many different ways you try to not experience the stillness in your life. Many They don't want to feel this silence, stillness of the mind. That's why they make them occupied always. They fill the calendar, they fill their day-to-day tasks with so many to-do lists. 20 lists will be there. Nowadays it's much more, 20, 30. You expect so much from your own self. You want to fill yourself with so much of all the activities only, because you don't want to experience the stillness. What a beautiful experience it is, where you directly experience who you are. Do you know the experience of your own face? Only we have experienced face by looking at the mirror. Have you directly experienced what is your face? That happens in meditation, that happens in stillness. When you close your eyes and really your face, you can really explore that sensation. You will really glow in that moment. You will beam with a smile, because there's something that comes out through the stillness within you. Don't fill the stillness with all the thoughts. We have become so much habituated with filling this emptiness with so many thoughts. We want to fill our stillness with so many memories, always remembering past or the future, always planning. Even meditation, many people, they meditate because they want to plan the future. They want to become deliberate creators. You don't need to really create anything. Life is a beautiful mystery, it unfolds. If you can be in that wholeness and completeness within you, without going into the struggles created by your mind, everything unfolds. Your potential inside you, very naturally it expresses itself. You don't need to really put deliberate creation, intent, sankalpa, this sankalpa, I release, I create this, that. We don't need to worry about that. That's why many meditators, they don't meditate. After they close their eyes, they go on visualizing, planning the future. Oh, I will do this next 10 years, next 20 years, 30 years. They miss this moment, the mystery of this now. The beautiful moments of silence, golden moments, the direct experience of your breathing, your body, your beautiful mind which is empty, and heart which is completely freed from all the baggage of emotions that you carried from the past. It all happens in that stillness. When your mind is still, something beautiful you experience. And every day, if we can give ourselves some time for that stillness, do nothing. Do nothing. No phone, leave the phone for 1 hour, 2 hours, just silence. It's all time for yourself. You can wake up early and experience that stillness. It's a conscious stillness. You are just sitting, doing nothing, just that emptiness. In that emptiness, you are finding your center. In that emptiness, your mind is not wavering, not wandering, and it's completely quiet. In that stillness, everything births, everything is born, everything arises from that stillness. How in the morning time, the sun is rising from that emptiness of the night. In the same way, our mind which is completely empty, there's something arises. Beautiful. Your mind will be illuminated with all the brilliant insights which are directly coming from your experience of your own inner being, inner self. So these are the 5 essential qualities of this paradise, friends. Why we are not experiencing it is because we are at a very younger age moved away from this paradise. Moved away means not really physically moved away. We are still in that paradise, but we have moved into the mind, experience of the mind. So the storyteller is the voice of your clouds of struggle. So at a very younger age, we move more into the mind. Before that, we are all only heart beings. We experience everything from the heart. Everything is direct experience only. We don't know the vocabulary also as a very young child. You don't know the names of many things, but you experience it directly. For example, ice cream. For a child, it's a direct experience of ice cream. But as you become an adult, you have strawberry ice cream, the flavor is this way, it looks this way, you have the whole description of it. You lose the whole thing. Experience in life about your own inner being is a direct experience. Remove all that whatever you have learned intellectually, all Vedas, Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, drop everything. All the intellect, put it aside. Otherwise, we always carry even meditation. All the steps, have I reached this step 1, 2, 3, 4? Forget about all the steps. Meditation is direct experience. It's not about any kind of intellectual knowledge and a path and you're going in a step-by-step way. It's completely non-linear, non-local experience, completely direct experience. That's why this storyteller that we have in the mind, it goes on telling the stories all the time. Everything is a story. For example, your boss in the office that day, he is very strict on you. Why you didn't complete all the tasks that I have given to you? He shouted on you. Okay? What happens is in that moment the storyteller comes. That experience, if you directly experience it, it's okay. Then and there it is dealt. It's done. But the storyteller, oh, I am not good enough. Oh, I must be very unintelligent fellow. That's why my boss scolded me. The storyteller comes in and you feel inferior, not good enough. You feel humiliated. You feel so many things. And another story can emerge. You are angry. This fellow, I will teach him a lesson in the future. The boss, I will teach him a lesson. You are angrily inside him. You want to throttle his throat. You want to kick him in his stomach. You are angry in your mind. And the storyteller comes and tells the stories. Oh, this person is the worst fellow, worst boss I have ever got. The storyteller in your mind creates stories. All the stories. The mind, this is the storyteller. It creates clouds of struggle. We make everything, any challenge is so beautiful in life. Without challenges, there is no life at all, no mystery at all. Only a dead person will not have challenges and problems in life. Only a dead person. If you are alive means problems will come, challenges will come. But we make it more problematic because this clouds that we have in the mind, the storyteller. Listen to this storyteller sometimes. So many stories he tells. It's never even stopping. Even when you are sleeping in the night also it repeats the stories. It goes on speaking to you. Even when you are experiencing a dream, it interprets the dream. It directly will never experience any dream. The storyteller tells, oh, this is a bad guy, this is a good guy, this is what it is, and all that storytelling. Be very alert, aware of the storyteller. Our goal is bring attention to this, all these stories, so that they become thin, the clouds become thin. Just like how those dark clouds, they become thin as the sun is shining. The warmthness of the sun, it completely thins the clouds. The same way, all these clouds will disappear. When you try to run away from these clouds, run away from it, they keep bothering you. When you just give your complete attention and you're curious about these clouds, what are these clouds? Why I am this storyteller, always speaking like a chattering box in my mind? Why it is not quiet? And you're curious, you want to hear. That moment something shifts. The clouds will become thin because you understand that these stories are not at all really real. They're all lies, distortions. You see that they are not truth at all. The stories in the mind, they're just stories created by your mind. Mostly they're all assumptions. Our mind can only see from one direction, only one angle. We come to a conclusion about a person. But a person is not, you can't judge a person from only one situation. If you have a third eye, then you can see the entire spectrum of all the lifetimes. Then you can really evaluate a person. Otherwise, we don't have any right to judge any human being, anybody. We can't judge based on this mind. This mind storyteller, it creates stories which is very narrow perception and which really makes us suffer so much. And the storyteller goes on telling the stories and like, I'm separate, life is not safe, I must control life, I must control people, and I must do it right. I must be perfectionist. I must do it right. I'm wrong. I'm not okay. I'm not doing it right. I'm wrong. Not lovable. I'm all alone in this universe. There's nobody with me. No one understands me. All this is a storyteller telling us. We are stuck in these stories, friends. It's all stories which are created by our mind. They're clouds, and what's in the way is the way. What is in the way is the way. You can see in the picture that there is a flow of this water body. There are big boulders coming and big rocks are coming and many obstacles are coming, but still the water finds a flow. It knows how to go around it. It finds its way. And in our life, many things comes on our way. We try to avoid them. We can never avoid. For example, you have a situation, you try to avoid that situation. You don't want that situation. Mostly we try to do that. Oh, I don't want bad things. I only want good things only in life. I only want good things, only good things. God, my prayer is only good things you send me. Only good people only you send me. We pray all the time to God that way. You will be so bored after some time, only good people, all the time, only smiling people. You don't see angry people at all. Life is very boring then. Everyone is looking the same. There must be some kind of, salt, sugar, sour, bitter, all the tastes in life. Navarasas are important. All kinds of people makes a big tamasha, big nice comedy here. It's always good. We don't want night. We don't want pain. We don't want unhappiness. I don't want bad things. We suppress bad things. And we only pray, God, Lord Ganesha, please remove all my obstacles. Ganesha will be saying that, you fellow, I will give more obstacles because you need to learn this. Pain is a great teacher. Tomorrow is a Ganesh Chaturthi. When you're praying, remember this. I met Ganesha in my meditation. I have direct experience of his energy. And I know he is such a great master. He will not only give good, he also sends you all the bad and challenges, more challenges. He is Vigneshwara, makes you become stronger by facing the challenges in life. He gives you enough strength within you. He motivates you from within. He inspires you. People prepare so many laddus tomorrow, only eat laddus. But it is just a symbol. That food is wisdom. Food is not physical food, friends. People go on filling this emptiness with physical food. Oh, they prepare. Today is Ganesh Chaturthi. My mother prepares so many dishes in the home. I always feel very much, annoyed with my mother because I don't want to eat so much. It's filling my emptiness with so much physical food. It's not required. This sweet, that, this. Almost 20 items. It is the food for 1 year. We eat on Ganesh Chaturthi. But that emptiness must be filled with the wisdom. Wisdom is the food. Food for the soul is the wisdom. Wisdom that arises from within you, from your own experience. Even experience of life results into beautiful wisdom. Wisdom is embracing life as it is. Acceptance of life as it is. The moment you accept birth and death as equal, the moment you accept good and bad as equal, the moment you accept right and wrong, above and below as equal, you hold them in the same time, same equally, that moment you have gained the wisdom, you have become wise. We need to experience the duality here. But you are not this duality experience here. It's very essential. Everyone need to embrace the pain. One day pain knocks on the door of you. My dear friend, open the door. I am here. I am waiting for you. The pain will come to the body. We have to experience. It's a kind of initiation. And if you try to avoid, it will come in a different way. First, it comes only in the mind, the mental pain, mental suffering. Later, if you stop it, it becomes emotional suffering. Finally, if you stop that, suppress the emotional suffering, it results into body suffering, body pain. You can't tolerate that pain. Pain says, you are avoiding me. Now you can't, no excuse. You can't avoid it anymore. I am coming in the body now. Embrace it, accept it, own it fully. Experience it so thoroughly that you don't need to experience the pain anymore after that. That's what everything that comes in our way is a direct experience. When we label something as good and bad, we miss the whole opportunity. It's there for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. Otherwise, your soul will not be attracting any situation. Many people, why my friend has all the luxuries, I don't have, whatever I do, I'm failure, all that. It's supposed to be that way. Your experience is you need to fail. You need to embrace it. Because failure, after that, you will actually progress towards your soul, direction of the soul. Many people, illness is a wake-up call for them. After illness has come, they go to the doctors, they say it is incurable, then they come into meditation. Now they close their eyes, they try to understand what that illness is. Till then, they will not be going towards meditation. They will not understand or inquire about the soul, will not be interested. So friends, what is coming in our way is the way. In our way, poverty is coming. Poverty is the way. Means it's showing the way. You don't need to be poor, but totally give all your attention to that poverty conditions or sickness, or it is relationship problem that is coming in our way. Just give all your attention. It's going to teach you. It's going to show you the way. Show you the way to your inner magnificence. The place within you where you find all the answers, all the solutions. People mostly, they run away. They try to bypass all the problems. Like a cat closing the eyes and drinking milk, thinking that there is no danger. Even if dog is coming, it's okay, but because it's closed the eyes. But the moment it opens the eyes, it's so scared. They are just like these cats. very scared. It's so important to really embrace whatever coming in our way. Fear is coming in your way. Completely learn from that fear. Go in front of the fear. The fear has come in your way as a teacher. My dear fear, you are my teacher now. You have come in my way. Please show me what your message is, what you want to reveal to me, and I am ready to learn from you. The fear shows you what is called as great courage. What is beyond. Every limitation shows you what is beyond that limitation, what is unlimited in you. It directs you towards that deeper place within you. But you can't avoid it. So people try to exclude struggles, exclude problems, exclude many things in their life. They try to not to see, ignore defense mechanisms, protections. They sometimes they develop certain habits where they become like an alcoholic. They try to numb themselves so that they can't feel the pain. They develop different kinds of habits. But it is not the way. What is come in your way is the way. Whatever that comes in your way is the way. Don't avoid it. Not to suppress it. Not to bypass it. Not to exclude it. It is the way. Even if it is cancer coming in your way, it is the way. Anyway, we can't do anything. Only we have to surrender, bow down to the cancer. My dear master, cancer, you have come today. I know medically it is impossible to cure, but I want to learn from you, understand you, so that I can find the solution. Show me the way. The cancer will show the way. It may be showing you. You may lose your life, but it shows you the way towards your soul. You will actually, before you leave this body, you will understand what is called immortality of the soul. It's okay to die. Healing does not mean that you will live in this body forever. Healing also means healing of the soul, healing at a very deeper level. So, what is coming in your way is the way. Resistance brings suffering. More resistance that you offer to the life, more is the suffering, more is the pain. So friends, reopening your heart. So the storyteller in our mind, it goes on creating clouds of struggle in your mind, and it prevents you to experience this, what is called your paradise within you. And when you reopen your heart, suddenly everything shifts from your mind. The story starts falling. The heart has a capacity to include everything. Heart will never exclude anything. Heart includes, mind excludes everything. Heart always includes good and bad. Heart will not say you're a bad person, I don't love you. You're a good person, I will give you more love. Heart always knows only to love. It only shares love. It shares friendship. Heart only has that quality of inclusion. It's so inclusive. So reopening your heart, we thin the clouds that we developed in the mind, so that you can reach to the place within you where there is a paradise, the okayness, the wholeness within you. So how to reopen the heart? Most of us, we experience in meditation. When the stillness is coming to you, the mind is becoming still. Suddenly your consciousness is in the heart center. There is a great silence we experience in the Anahata chakra. This heart center, there is a great silence. This is called unstruck sound. Sound of the one hand clapping. That means soundless sound. It's called Anahata Nada, we hear. The first time experience of deep stillness through this heart center we experience. And slowly as this silence deepens, as we move to the vision of our third eye, there we transcend the deepening of the silence, a great mauna, great silence. Through that silence we realize many things. It's always a beautiful experience to shift from the mind to the heart, because in the heart we experience the very heart of the life. The life is something, a beautiful gift, mystery to be lived, and you are entering the very heart, the experience of life, with all things that come in your way. Whatever comes in your way, that's everything is beautiful, everything is so good. And friends, the power of compassionate curiosity. So generally in our way, when negative things are coming, we don't want that. We try to avoid. But this curiosity in us is the one which is so beautiful quality, where you, with that curiosity, you approach that negative situation, negative event, negative person, negative experience of life. With curiosity you go and look deeper than the surface. You will start understanding why it is coming in your way, because it is coming in your way because it is a teacher. It is asking you to learn a particular lesson. Actually, it is making you move towards your potential. It's making you move towards your greater selfhood. Because at the core of every problem that we consider, we label that a problem, at the very core you find this direction, the door opening. Is something very, very beautiful, friends. When people are experiencing pain in their life, and most of the times we try to stop the pain, whether it is an emotional pain, mental pain, a somatic pain, bodily pain, we try to stop it. We immediately take a painkiller, but it's not really going away. We are numbing the pain. Emotional pain, you make yourself busy in shopping. You buy good things, gifts for yourself, and then you are happy temporarily, very superficial happiness that you have, but that emotional pain remains inside you. It has come, the sadness is coming in your way. It is an experience. You need to look deeper into that sadness, into that fear, into that darkness or pain or whatever it is. This is called a compassionate curiosity. You must be very compassionate. Generally, we have a tendency to brush it off or move away. I don't want you. But when you are compassionately looking at that sadness that it visited you, fear that has visited you, it has come as a visitor to your home. Do you shut your home, shut the door, or you say, welcome visitor, I want to just be seated, let us have a dialogue, a conversation, I want to understand you. Please tell about yourself. You're going to compassionately listen to the problem. Listen to the sadness. Sadness has a story to tell you. After the story is told to you, everything dissolves. Every limitation is coming in your way is with a compassionate curiosity. When you approach, look at that deeper than the surface, then it dissolves in that very moment because it served its purpose. So friends, now, so most of the times we have complaints. We consider everything is a problem. A first time whoever is coming to meditation field, they say that, oh, that person is making so much noise. Oh, I don't like to be seated in the floor. I want a comfortable seat. Oh, the AC is too much. Oh, there's no fan here. I am feeling very sweaty. That's why I'm not able to meditate. Oh, there are mosquitoes around and that's why I'm not able to meditate. Actually, mosquitoes are not outside. They have entered into the mind. Mosquito in the mind. You think that only one mosquito is flying here and there. But in the you think, your mind thinks, oh, there's a mosquito. Everything. You interpret everything. You create a story. We're going to blow it up in a big way. What is coming in our way, you must be compassionately curious about it and invite it and totally be okay with it. That very moment, the mosquito will not challenge you anymore. I have seen many meditators, even though mosquito right on the nose is sitting there, but it will not bite. The meditator is not meditating on the mosquito. Meditator is meditating on the breath, not on the mosquito on the nose, So, compassionate curiosity, it will actually, even though there are hurdles, there are problems, you will include it in your life. You don't want the problems to move away. Let it be there. One day they will go away. You move to that okayness within you. Even all the plus and minus. Don't think that you are going to live here forever. One day death will come to you. One day illness, before you die, illness will come to you. Buddha died with diarrhea. Krishna died with one just single arrow which has stuck to his toes. He passed away. He vacated the body. There must be some excuse to leave the body, and illness will come to you. Okay, it's okay. Why bothering? Why we must be running away from it? Welcome everything that's coming in your way with compassionate curiosity. If you listen to it, you will actually embrace everything as it is. Right now, if you pay attention to the sounds, some sounds are not agreeable for you. You're not able to accept. Oh, it's creating noise. You don't like this sound. But this sound is good, If I play these two sounds, one is the sound of the air conditioner, sound of this music. Your mind will be now fixing to, I like only the musical sound of the birds, chirping birds, not this AC sound. We try to avoid the AC sound. But constantly, more you exclude, more it comes into the foreground. More it becomes big and big inside. But when you give place to it completely, that very moment you move to the place deep within you where you are witnessing consciousness. You're not really caught in the this and that, good and bad, right and wrong. You move to the place of peace within you. So friends, with compassionate curiosity, that's what we pay attention every moment. It's a very direct experience. What is coming in your way? With compassionate curiosity, you embrace it, accept it as it is. People behave arrogantly towards life. Everything comes, I am a conqueror, I will conquer you, it says. But life tests you more. More we become arrogant. Life tests you because it won't like that attitude of arrogance in you. It says, I will send you a teacher to you very soon who will slap you. Or if we don't listen, finally a sickness will come into the body. At least at that point of time, we have to surrender to the sickness. Finally, the death will come to us. We have to bow down to the death. We say, I don't want to die. But who is going to listen? Not even one single second moment you can extend your life. We have to bow down to what is happening right now. Complete acceptance. It teaches us so many things. So friends, there are 5 great teachers now opening the Pandora's box now. And let's know these 5 great teachers. Really, they come into our life. We're not talking about Buddha, Krishna, Christ, Prophet and Socrates, but we are talking about these 5 great teachers in your life, within your life, which will upgrade your life, which will actually refine your life, which will make you grow in leaps and bounds. If you really, with a compassionate curiosity, you learn from these teachers. You know, the number one teacher is called compulsions. The first teacher is compulsion. We have many compulsions in life, like compulsive eating, compulsive way of compulsive behaviors, compulsive shopping, compulsive ways of doing things. We develop this compulsive nature. So many times, if you have noticed, your food is your emotion. We compulsively eat food. Many times we only Indians, we fond of so much food, all the time foodies, food, every festival we create, many festivals we eat food only.
Even though we are not hungry.
Even though we are not hungry, our body says I am not hungry. We can eat little bit, taste of it, but we only fill our stomachs with, we are supposed to create a lot of space for energy. It's the energy food. When you meditate, the cosmic energy must fill at least 50% of your stomach must be filled with only cosmic energy. And a little bit is only solid and little more liquid, and more of empty space need to be there. Think about your mixture, grinder. In the grinder you are keeping everything full, the grinder blades will not rotate. It stops functioning, right? Even this is like a grinder. You put everything in it and people will be burping, brave, and till they go on eating mirchi bhaji and whatnot, payasam, kheer, everything. And we are not really paying attention to this. We are compulsive eating, compulsive behaviors, many compulsions. People, they go on drinking alcohol. They label it as, oh, it's a socializing. I'm meeting my friend, that's why I'm friendly drinks. But it's not just friendly drinks. It's a kind of numbing yourself. People, they label many things. They justify their actions through kind of labeling. They say that I am doing this because it's socializing. Once in a while it's okay. But once in a while, every week, once in a while they say, every week they go on drinking. When they drink 2-3 bottles of whiskey, brandy, liquor they drink, they say once in a while. And even every day also people. Every day once. Once in every day. So, people have become compulsive. This is a great teacher, friends. When we are ready to learn from this teacher, it shows that what is there underneath this compulsive, what is making you to behave in that way, what is making you to drink too much or eat too much or do shopping. Compulsive shopping also. We don't need so many things to buy, but we go on ordering. Nowadays everything online order. We just credit card, everything order. Why that much ordering? Everything we order, we want everything in the doorsteps. We want to fill our life with so much stuff only. And just look what is underlying. A woman with a problem with obesity, she's a compulsive eater. And actually, when she was a child, she missed all the love and attention from parents. Parents are working parents, both of them, they go to the workplace, and when they come back, they have office pressures. They will be so much involved in their own office work. Even in the home, they do a lot of office work. Phone calls will come. And this child missed all the attention. And a child seeks attention. They want attention. Attention is worth, self-worth. Attention given to a child, it develops the self-worth. A child feels worthy when a parent loves the child unconditionally, gives the time to the child. So this lady started actually filling that emptiness that she had with physical food. A lot of food. And this emotional pain of not having enough attention, not having enough love from parents. She started eating more. Some they may go into a different way. So this lady could courageously look into what is underneath this compulsive habit. And she could completely come out of this. Even though she did not stop her normal eating pattern, but her obesity has gone because she lost 20 kilos within few months time. Because she worked on her inner pattern, the inner emptiness. She tried to fill with the physical food. Food has become a substitute for love. She understood she need not fill now physical food. She can now understand she can give all the attention to her own self. She started practicing meditation. She completely cured her condition. Slowly her food eating patterns changed. She could change that. This is what happens, friends. Compulsions, we have compulsive behaviors. Look at all the compulsions that we have. It's a gift of compulsion. Don't consider your compulsive habit as something bad. Instead, learn from it. Then that compulsion will go away naturally. As if whole life will be having repetitive behaviors, the same pattern repeats in our life. And the second great teacher.
Dr. Newton.
Yes.
I have a question. How do we take the cosmic energy only in meditation?
Okay, how do we take the cosmic energy? So, cosmic energy is taken when the mind becomes empty. It happens when we are meditating. Even it can happen when you are not meditating also, when you are just sitting in the nature, directly experiencing the nature. Direct experience of nature, where you are with empty mind. You are with eyes closed, but you have the empty mind. You have stillness. You are present to all the elements of nature. The wind is coming and touching your face. You can feel the wind directly. And the fragrance of the flower is carried by the wind and you are experiencing it. It's something, a very beautiful experience. In that moment, the nature fills you with the energy. And in the morning time, you can also fill that empty space that is there in you with the sun, the sunlight. Look at the beautiful sunrise. Look at that, all the colors that are coming out. It's so energizing. And also sunbathing. Sunbathing means you must do karma yoga in the sun. Most of the times we are indoors, all the time only indoors. We hardly come out. Even if we come out, we get into the car and get out of the car. We go to the office, come out back into the home. Where are we directly experiencing the sun? In the ancient days, people were sunbathing. That's the energy. Sun is the primary source. The whole planet Earth, every tree is surviving because of the sun. Think that there is no sunlight. Where there is no sunlight, people get depressed. Many cold countries, people, they commit suicide. They go into depressive states because there is no sun. It's cold winters, snow, and 6 months there is no sun. They go into depression. Sun brings the inner sun, inner soul awakens.
How do they get vitamin D then?
They don't get, that's why they have to always take the outside pills, vitamin D. Now the solution is, we have plenty of sun in India. We can go out, dance, do karma yoga, plant trees, water the trees. All that, every day we need to, supposed to really experience directly the fresh wind, fresh air. We have to go and play with the trees, hug the trees. Look at the sky, look at the moon, stars. That's how we can energize. We get a lot of cosmic energy.
Be with the nature.
Be with the nature. Be with your inner nature during meditation. So, illness is our second teacher, friends. This is another great teacher. People try to suppress the illness. A surgeon may remove the cancer, surgeon may remove some kind of problem. People do surgeries, but problem has not gone with surgery. There is nothing, no problem actually. Illness has come as a teacher. After learning the lesson of it, you may do anything. That's okay later on. But after learning the lesson, illness is such a big teacher in life. If you listen to the body has every wisdom. It's very intelligent. The body tells you exactly what is happening to it. Why there is a particular symptom. Why there is a pain in the backbone. Why there is a liver problem. Why there is something problem in your intestines. Why you have headache or migraine. You don't need to go to the doctor. Doctor only can diagnose anatomically, physiologically, whatever is happening, pathologically, whatever is happening, but cannot really understand what's happening inside you.
That you can only understand.
That you can only understand. Only when you are in silence, when you have the deep curiosity to know what this illness, oh my dear illness, today I give you all my time to you. Let's have a conversation. I listen to you. You tell me. Just in the silence, listen. Pay attention to what that sickness in you is speaking, what that pain is speaking to you. Illness is a great teacher, friends. I am not telling that you don't need to go to the doctor when it is really needed. When you are about to die, definitely. Our goal is to live in this body for a longer time so that we can realize ourselves fully. But learn the lesson. Learn from that illness. It will teach you more than a physical guru, more than any teacher in the world. Many people, after their illness has come in the body, they could actually change their ways. They could actually have this experience of inner awakening, because the purpose of that illness is a waking up call. It's a waking you up. Yes. Yeah.
The sugar and BP are the indications of illness.
Yes.
Can you agree with this?
Sugar and BP, these are the two important diseases, and now India is becoming the capital for the world. India, so many sweet shops, all sugar substances. Because we miss the real sweetness of life, we want external substitutes, external sweetness. And people who miss the juiciness, sweetness of the life, because they think that life is bitter. Oh, this is so bitter, life is struggle. They translate all that into this kind of symptom called diabetes. Or a person who is boiling with anger, so much anger towards a person, could not forgive. They're boiling with anger inside. What happens is the BP will raise, blood pressure will shoot up. And when we are directly listening to that illness, oh my dear diabetes, my dear hypertension, what are you telling me? What is your message? I want to really learn from you. I really learn from you. You are my teacher. And listen to it. It tells you, sir, exactly what you need to do. What thoughts need to be changed. The way to live your life. It shows the way. Most of the lifestyle disorders, it tells us to change the way you live your life. The way you perceive the world. The way you think. The way you behave. It brings a profound change. Every disease, every disorder, it's always seeking a greater order, a greater easiness in life. So think that any illness that's coming to you as a blessing in disguise, don't curse the illness. And Ramana Maharshi never cursed his illness. Ramakrishna Paramahamsa never cursed his illness. There are no complaints. Anything comes in their way, they take it as the way. They did not bypass it, they tried to not to mask it, not to hide it, instead completely learning from it. It's coming as a teacher to us. And the third one is the pains that you experience. All kinds of pains. Any pain that you experience in your life is a great teacher.
Is it physical pain or
Physical pain, emotional pain also, pain due to situations that you experience in your life, that you experience in your relationship pain. Any kind of pain is a great teacher. The pain will not go away till you learn from that pain. It's a great teacher. That's why it has come in your way. It will not go away. You may use analgesics to kill the pain. It will appear not from the joint, it will disappear, but it will appear in the kidneys now. Your kidneys will go. You will get pain in the lumbar pain here. After you kill that pain with another high dose of steroid or analgesic, it appears in another form, in another organ. It finds its way. You can't avoid. You have to learn from it. It's an experience. So friends, those who completely embrace this duality can open the doors to non-duality. Those who are only positive thinkers, they fail in life. That's why in the world, there are so many positive thinkers. There's a big club called Positive Thinking Club. They try to only avoid negative things. They try to close their eyes to all the negative. Don't see the news. Don't hear the bad news. Don't do this. Don't think negative. Don't have illness. Don't think negative. They try to control their mind so much, but one day it comes out everything. All positive thinking failed actually. What we need is pure thinking. In the pure thinking, we embrace positive, negative, everything, and everything dissolves. And we are not the thoughts in the mind. We are that consciousness which is transcendental, which is beyond this mind. That's why positive thinking, positive approach, all that is only very, very narrow approach. First, maybe initially, it may be temporarily, it is good to become positive person. But what is the most beautiful thing is, when you can embrace all things as it is, you realize your consciousness. The consciousness has plus and minus. In the universe, there is always duality that exists. And if you try to avoid and exclude all the negative things, one day it comes in a big way. You suppress all the fear, anger, one day it comes up as a big volcano. Embrace everything. You can turn it around. When you take all the negative things also, give all your attention, and then you can look deeper, you understand why it is there. You are no more bothered by the night. You're no more bothered by sickness. You're no more bothered by anything. It will be there. But you realize that you are the consciousness who is going through this kind of duality experience here. Once we arrive at that place, there is free will in us. Till you reach to that transcendental awareness, you will not be able to operate free will. You cannot exercise your free will because it's only a projection of your thought process here, your sankalpa. What you intend may not happen at all. Temporarily, you may force yourself, do a lot of things, but it won't happen. The moment you completely go beyond this duality to the pure state of being, from there your free will operates. The soul has all the free will. In that free will, whatever that you want to experience in the physical plane, it becomes a reality. For example, You want to experience health here, it becomes your reality. You want to experience abundance here, it becomes your reality. It's no more effort. It's effortless way of creating. From that pure state of being, you experience, you translate your spiritual abundance into material abundance. But from the mind, if you become a positive thinker, by avoiding negative thoughts, temporarily you may get a lot of things, manifest a lot of things, but very soon this negative, all that suppressed, excluded thoughts will take over. Everything will be sabotaged overnight. I have seen people going through bankruptcy even after creating, manifesting with positive thoughts. What is important is this divine, pure state of being, which is operating beyond the mind of duality, beyond the clouds of all the struggle. So friends, this is the third teacher, the pains that you experience. And right now, can you give all the attention to a discomfort or pain that you have in your body? In our body or in our mind, we all have that. Right now, let's experiment that. Maybe it's the pain in the leg, maybe a discomfort that you feel in your tummy or in the backbone or somewhere, Let's consider and approach it with a curiosity, You don't want it to go away, and it is there for a reason. How many of you felt the pain or discomfort dissolving? That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Anyone want to share this experience? One experience, please share. Yes, madam. You can share.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Actually, मैं जब यहाँ आई थी तो पूरा फुल बॉडी पेन था.
Hmm.
बहुत ज़्यादा था. मैं नीचे बैठ नहीं पा रही थी. लेकिन बाद में मैं नीचे बैठी और ये एक्सपीरियंस ऐसा है, एकदम लाइट है, बिल्कुल पेन नहीं है.
Wow.
बहुत अच्छा रहा.
So you.
पेन हो रहा था.
Hmm.
बैक हार्ट चक्र की तरफ आया, वो एकदम निकल गया है.
Hmm.
पेन नहीं है.
Pain nahi hai. Wonderful, ma'am. Wonderful. Very good. Wow, beautiful. What is coming in our way is the way. For example, if we try to suppress that pain, it will not be cured. What ma'am has done is given all the attention to that with compassionate curiosity, looked at the pain, and slowly the pain reached to the back heart and then raised above and gone out. Something that happens very naturally, and more is the resistance, more pain intensifies. Our inner resistance to accept the pain, it generally worsens the pain. It is very good to handle the pain in cancer patients. Generally, they are given morphine-like substances to numb the pain because it's terrible pain in the body. But these methods can really be very helpful. Mindfulness and treating the pain as a teacher. Certain things really can make them be masters. So friends, now let's learn from the fourth teacher. What is the fourth teacher? The fourth teacher is how you deal with finances. That's your fourth teacher. Your money dynamics, your prosperity. Even though you are a spiritual person, you need to pay your rent, you have to buy your bread, you have to wear clothes, right? Everyone needs money. But how you deal with your finances and your feelings, it indicates about many things. It's a great teacher. People, when they are experiencing lack in the material conditions, lack, scarcity, poverty, lack of money, scarcity of money, it is an indicator. It's a teacher teaching you that Look at me. I will teach you. I will make you an abundant being. It will teach you more. Underlying this scarcity and lack condition, there is a belief, a limiting thought that we are clinging to is, I am not enough. I am inadequate. I am not enough. That is the very primary belief that is there at the very deeper substratum, at the deeper levels of this experience of lack condition. I am not enough. I am not worthy. I am inadequate. I am a sinner. I am wrong. I am bad. I am a victim of life. All this. It's all distortions. The storyteller in the mind telling you these stories which created this experience. This teacher is coming to you now. Because in life, we need to have really a sound body, great health in the body. We need to really have comfortable life where you are not really suffering because of the finances. There are no limitations. There's something called a very comfortable life for everyone. Actually, universe gives us everything for everyone. All the needs are fulfilled for everyone, but all the greeds are not fulfilled. Need is fulfilled for everyone, but people become greedy because it's also because lack consciousness inside them. The most richest people I met, but still they're very greedy. They hoard money. They have such fear in them. The most wealthiest people. Because the lack of prosperity consciousness. Their consciousness is utterly povertized consciousness. I have met the most poorest person in the life, but he is for me most abundant person. I have met many such Himalayan beings, Himalayan swamis, who have nothing, only torn clothes, but they have such a generous nature. Abundant beings. The consciousness is so full of overflowing. And friends, finances, it's a mirror to us. It teaches us. Don't avoid this poverty. Pay attention to it. It will teach you many things in life. It will teach you that your greatness of your soul, your inner abundance, it will teach you. Because our goal is not the outer abundance. Even though we may not have anything, but if you have gained the inner abundance, that's you have got the jackpot. We may remain poor, it's okay, but it will teach you how to connect to the greater soul within you. That is the most greatest gift that you receive. So friends, this is a very powerful teacher, your finances. How you handle your finances. Many people, when they take out the pocket for a purse, they can't take out easily. They think others are taking out first. They don't paying their bills, they don't pay the bills. They really, with a lot of cry, they pay the bills. Even for many people to receive also this very great difficulty. They don't receive. When universe is giving you, it's a great difficulty because they feel unworthy, undeservable. And when we can learn these lessons that the finances showing us, it's a great spiritual lesson it is showing us about our magnificence. Our soul is so full and complete. And from that fullness and completeness, we translate that consciousness, spiritual consciousness, into the consciousness in the physical plane. We manifest everything here very effortlessly. But this is so important. The lesson is everything directs towards your inside, inner being. All the outside triggers are actually showing the point towards reaching inside you. It's not daring now. Less money means people, they make themselves so busy, they work too much hard, they take up 10 jobs, and all that they will be doing all the really difficult jobs. And instead of paying attention to what is happening inside them, what is it teaching you? It shows you the beautiful way. All the limitations, they're all great teachers. This is the fourth teacher, friends. Being born in India, we all have experienced. Sometimes in our families, when I was a kid, my family experienced very lowest moments of money in the family. It affects the whole family. We all have experience as children, and in India, we all have known this, what is poverty. We know the times when we are not having only one meal a day. Maybe sometimes we have to go empty stomach to the bed. There are times I slept like that when I was a child, because it's also an experience. There's nothing too bad to feel about. It's an experience. We can be graduated from that experience. And many people, the storyteller tells, victim story, nothing to eat, papam, poor fellow, we pity me, self-pity, all that comes. Instead, learn from that. Your consciousness is such a teacher. It will teach you. This finances is a great teacher which shows you the way towards your inner abundance. And the fifth teacher now is people in your life. People coming in your life. In your workplace, in your family. Your family is the biggest teachers. All the teachers are born in your own family. Your mother, father, children and husband and wife. Biggest teachers first.
Wife is the best teacher.
Wife, husband, best teachers, because they go on triggering each other. That is needed. That's why they have agreed in the soul planes that we come now, we get married, we fight, we have to trigger each other every day. We fight. Then through that one day we understand what is the reason why we are fighting, and we meditate. Then we connect to the soul. We want triggers, friends, and all people that we meet are great mirrors to us. They are teachers. If we consider them as enemies, now I don't want to see this face of this fellow, you try to exclude that person in your life, another person with the same traits and characteristics and behaviors will walk into your life. Whatever that you avoid in your life, they will come because the energy of that person, it has to come again in your life to show you the way. Better we learn from these great teachers, all people. This world becomes like a beautiful Vrindavan, a place where all people coexist respectfully, lovingly, happily, and transparent, and communicating, and dancing, singing, when they can really learn from each other. And everyone in life is so important. Everyone that you meet, everyone is important. We can't exclude anybody in our life. Even whomever you have hated most in your life, now you consider them as your greatest teacher. That moment you will learn so many things. You have such reverence and respect to the teacher. And that person remains to be angry and intimidating to you, but you have changed. That person will no more have an impact on you because you have learned your lesson. People are mirrors. The moment you change, even if people are not changed, it now doesn't matter because you have changed. You can inspire many people around you by being you. People are in the habit of saving the world. I have to change the world, change the people, Parent says, I have to change the mindset of my child. We don't need to change. A parent has to change their own mindset. Then naturally children will receive the benefit of it. Children, they don't need to change at all. When parents, they become conscious parents and they become holistic parents, they heal themselves. Naturally, the benefit is the children, they are healed effortlessly. Children need not be given any concept because they are very pure beings. Later on, all the conditioning, all the domestication, everything happens later on. But every child is really so divine and pure and innocent. So friends, we don't need to change anyone. It's good news. Otherwise, we have taken a mission, a big load on our back. I have to change people. First, change yourself. Change yourself. Let the change begin with you. And then even if the whole world is not changing, it's perfectly all right. Your only obligation in your life is to be true to yourself. You don't need to prove anything to the world. Just be true to yourself. All people are mirrors, friends. They are mirroring to you greatest lessons that you need to learn. So, the U-turn, generally when we are going in our cars, bikes, we sometimes have to take a U-turn. Many times we have taken U-turn. But I am talking about a different U-turn, this U. Instead of U, this is U-turn. Inside you, something you turn. Instead of considering all the negative things as enemies to you, U-turn, take the U-turn. They take them as your teachers. The 5 great teachers. What is the first teacher? Compulsions. What is the second teacher? Illness. Third teacher? Pain. Fourth teacher? Finances. Fifth teacher? People around you are the fifth teacher. These 5 teachers really can make us take a U-turn if we consider them. They are there for a reason. We don't need to change them. They are showing the way towards our own self. And we need to change something in us. Our understanding need to grow. Our wisdom need to grow. We need to experience something beautiful in us. They are directing towards our own inner self. And we really need to clap for these 5 teachers. And so we just meditated, and the next Sunday meditation class I'll be holding this space in class here. The topic is the rapture of being alive. That's the topic. 8 to 10 a.m. on 8th September. We're going to have this class here. You can bring more friends. Let this space be filled with hundreds of friends. We have plenty of space even here, everywhere. One can sit on the shoulders of others. Don't worry, they all can come in, no problem. We have so much space in our heart. And another announcement is about Soul Coach training program. This year already the second semester is starting in September, one English batch. But the dates here which are shown on this screen is for the next year, 2020. So those who have not done this program, it's a free residential program for 20 days, 2 semesters, and the times and or mentioned semester 1 and 2. It's mentioned here Telugu and English, 2 languages we conduct as a residential program. It's the most beautiful program. I should not say it because along with all the Acharya's team members here, I also teach. But many people, they say that it's the most beautiful program. That's why I am also saying I am inviting all of you to attend, not to miss the opportunity. We have space for nearly 500 people because we can accommodate 500 people. And Telugu batch is already full. I think already 600 people enrolled, nearly. So, but some dropouts may be there. That's why we can consider if you give your names right now. English batch is also, still there are slots available. And thank you friends for joining for this beautiful day.
హలో ఫ్రెండ్స్, పిఎంసి ఆన్లైన్ని సబ్స్క్రైబ్ చేసుకోండి. సరికొత్త అప్డేట్స్ కోసం బెల్ బటన్ని నొక్కండి.